Alright, so hopefully you've already tried to write the equations for this system, or for this word problem. 3 equations and 3 variables. Let's see how you did, and we'll go ahead and solve this. So it says a dietitian works in a hospital and prepares meals under the guidance of a physician. Suppose that for a particular patient, a physician prescribes a meal to have 650 calories, 45 grams of protein, and 340 milligrams of vitamin C. The dietitian decides to prepare the meal using steak, where each 3-ounce serving contains 300 calories, 20 grams of protein, and no vitamin C. Baked potatoes, 1 baked potato contains 100 calories, 5 grams of protein, and 20 milligrams of vitamin C. And the third item is Brussels sprouts, where 156 gram serving contains 50 calories, 50 grams of protein, and 100 milligrams of vitamin C. How many servings of each food are required to satisfy the physician's requirements? So we're going to let x equal the number of 3-ounce steak servings. We'll let y equal the number of baked potatoes. And z is the number of servings of Brussels sprouts. Let's see, Brussels sprouts. All right, so first of all, we've got to deal with the calories. The meal needs to have 650 calories. And so they're going to get, let's see, for steak, 300 calories for each serving, 3-ounce serving. So since there's x servings, it'll be 650 times x. That's the number of calories in x servings of meat. Or wait, I'm sorry, it was 300 calories per serving. The total is 650. And then in basically y servings of baked potatoes, where a baked potato is 1 serving, you get 100 calories, so 100 times the number of servings. And then finally, for Brussels sprouts, it's got 50 calories, so plus the number of servings is z, and each has 50 calories. And so I'm going to go ahead and move this over. So this is the number of calories you're getting from the steak. This is the number of calories you're getting from the baked potatoes, number of servings of baked potatoes. And this is the number of servings or calories you're getting from z servings of Brussels sprouts. So if there was just 1 serving of each, you'd have 300 plus 100 plus 50, that'd be 450, so that's not enough. But that's the idea. All right, so next we need to have 45 grams of protein. So now we need to add up all our proteins by the number of servings. So for the steak, it's got 20 grams of protein for each serving. And then for the baked potato, it's got 5 grams of protein for each serving. And the Brussels sprouts, let's see, have 5 grams of protein for each serving. So again, if you had 2 servings of meat, that's 40 calories right there. So that's the idea. And then finally, we're going to look at the vitamin C. So we need 340 milligrams of vitamin C. Now in the steak, we get no vitamin Z, so 0x, we won't put an X term. For the potato, we get 20 milligrams of vitamin C, so 20Y. So if there's 2 servings, you're getting 40 milligrams of vitamin C. Boy, we got a lot to go. And then Brussels sprouts have 100 milligrams. So it's 100 times the number of servings, which is Z. Ooh, so it looks like we're going to have lots of baked potato and Brussels sprouts. All right, so those are our equations. We'll call this equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. And again, you could probably stop right there because honestly, the most important thing was coming up with the right equations. Solving this one by hand, because the numbers are a little bit bigger, although they're not real bad numbers, it is a little bit more difficult than some of the other ones we've done just because the numbers are bigger. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put up my solution and I'll go through it. But again, on the test, you would be able to use technology to solve this, which is something I'll be showing you shortly in another lesson. All right, so let me go ahead and pull up the solution. So you can see what I did. We have an equation in y and z right here, equation 3. And so I need another equation in y and z. And so I used equations 1 and 2. Now I need to get rid of x, so I'm going to have to multiply the second equation by, let's see, if I divide 300 by 20, that's 15. So I multiplied by negative 15. So this is equation 1, and this is negative 15 times equation 2. And so when I combined those together, added the equations together, I get 25y minus 25z equals negative 25. And that's equation 4, which we're going to be using with equation 3 to find y and z. So I'll go ahead and, again, I'll show you the work. So with these two equations, I multiplied, or well, basically I saw that each of these are divisible by 25, so I just divided by 25, or the other way to think of it is I'm multiplying by the reciprocal. And so I'm just reusing equation 3. This is a 1. And I end up with y minus z equals negative 1 when I divide all these terms by 25. So now I multiplied negative 20 times equation 5, and I added that to equation 3. And I was able to solve for z and get 3. So then I went back and used equation 5, and I plugged in the 3 for z, and you're able to get y is 2. So we now know z, and we know y. So now we need to go back to one of the original equations. I chose equation 2, and I plugged in 2 for y and 3 for z, and when you solve for x, you get 1. So remember, x was the number of servings of meat, y was the number of baked potatoes, and z was the number of servings of Brussels sprouts. And sure enough, we're getting a bunch of those. And so there's your answer. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. Hope that helps.